A patriot, not a politician. Derrick Van Orden is a retired Navy SEAL. 5 combat tours, over 25 years of service. When he swears an oath, he honors it. When duty calls, Van Orden answers. But after almost 25 years in Washington, Congressman Ron Kyne's gone AWOL. Missed 138 votes in the last 2.5 years alone. He's become just another liberal career politician, failing to do his duty. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Right now, for the 3rd Congressional District, we've got a candidate here like none other. This guy is awesome, and we need to get behind this guy. We need to kick out Ron Kyne this election, and this is the guy that's going to do it. Derrick Van Orden, our friend. Go ahead, Derrick, let's go. I'm going to come over here in the middle.
I'm going to tell you about something tonight that the left is not going to talk to you about. They're just not going to. They don't want you to know it's true. They want it to remain hidden. You know what it is? It's the American dream. Yeah. I want you to think about this. The American dream is real. It's real, and I know it is. I know it is because I am the American dream. I am. I was raised in abject rural poverty by a single mother because my father abandoned us when I was an infant. He was not an honorable man. I dropped out of high school when I was 16 years old because the institution had nothing more to offer for me. I knew everything, just like every 16-year-old does. You didn't laugh, you don't have kids. Or they're 15. You've got a big surprise coming up next year. I joined the Navy when I was 18 years old. I served for 26 years. 21 of those as a Navy SEAL. I deployed 8 times during that period, 5 of those to combat. My wife, Sarah Jane, and I have been married for 27 years. Stand up, Sarah. We have 4 children and 6 grandchildren. And those kids are educated to the level they feel comfortable with. We owned a small business. We own our own home. I came from nothing. 3 days ago, I had a personal conversation with the President of the United States. This Saturday, I will be introducing him on stage. Yeah. That's the American dream! That is the American dream. It is, and it's real, and they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. Because they want you to think it's unattainable. This is called the American dream because it can only happen in America. I've lived and worked on 5 of the 7 continents, and I've been to more countries than I can remember. And I'm telling you from personal experience, this is the only place that can happen. The only place in the world where you can start in abject rural poverty, and next year I'm gonna be your congressman. That is the dream, and it's called the American dream. It's the American dream because it is open to every single American, regardless of race, color, creed, gender, orientation, or any other label you want to attach to another human being. It is open to every single American who is willing to put in the work, every one of them. And that's why they don't want you to know, because you can attain it, and you don't have to live in fear. You don't have to depend on sustenance, your government for your sustenance. You earn your own. In this nation, the brass ring is there. All you have to do is grab it. So do it. Get it. This is our nation. This is our nation, and this year, we have a choice like no other. Absolutely no other choice. It's stark, and it's real. And it's not what they're telling you it is. They're telling you that this nation is something that it isn't, that it's a hateful nation, that it's not a kind nation, that we're not a loving nation, that we're not a giving nation. They're saying that we're a racist, hateful nation. They're calling you something that you are not. And I'm going to prove it to you. What's your name? You, I'm talking to you. Rich, I'm going to prove it to you. And I'm going to do it by doing something the left will never do. I'm going to share with you the truth about American history. The actual truth. Okay? I'm going to fix in your mind what America was and who we are as a people, so you can make up your mind for yourself and see how far we have actually come. Who wants to hear this? I do. All right. Listen very closely. This is our American history. Right after the Civil War in 1896, there was this guy. His name was Plessy, and his father was black. He knows what I'm talking about. His father was black and his mother was white, and he was treated very poorly. Very poorly. And he said, you know what? I've had enough of this. I've had enough. I am a man, I am a citizen, and I will be respected as such. So he sat in a whites-only compartment on a train. Can anyone imagine that in the United States in 2020? Can you? No. He sat there in that compartment of that train, and he got arrested. He didn't fight the police officer, no buildings were burnt, and no statues were torn down. He took it. He took it. And his case wound its way to the Supreme Court of the United States. And every single justice but one, every single justice but one said, you know what? That's just the way it is. That's the way America is. You are black, we are white, you are the other, we're different, live with it. But one justice named John Marshall Harlan said, no. That is not who we are as a people. That is not the way our laws are written. And he wrote the most eloquent dissenting opinion of any Supreme Court justice. All right, listen, again, this is our American history. In the view of the Constitution, in the eye of the law, there is in this country no superior, dominant, ruling class of citizen. There is no caste here. Our Constitution is colorblind and neither knows nor tolerates classes amongst citizens. In respect of civil rights, all citizens are equal before the law. The humblest is the peer of the most powerful. The law regards man as man and takes no account of his surroundings or of his color when the supreme law of the land, as guaranteed by the supreme law of the land, is involved. Only one justice on the Supreme Court of the United States agreed with that statement. One. How many justices in the Supreme Court of the United States in 2020 agree with that statement? All of them. All of them. How many appellate court justices agree with that? All of them. How many doctors, nurses, lawyers, pipe fitters, construction men, welders? How many Americans agree with that statement? All of them, except for a tiny fraction of people who are always going to do what is wrong, and we know that's true because it's biblical. So listen to me. You are being told a lie. America is a generous nation. America is a kind nation, a giving nation. America is a nation where our citizens get up every single day and try to figure out how to make relationships between each other better solely because we are Americans. We view each other through the lens of the American flag. That's who we are as a people. That is who we were. That is our history, and we would be foolish and remiss not to acknowledge that. America was here. We are here, and we are going here. So be prideful that you're an American. Wear your Trump hats with pride. He's doing what's right. And this year, we've got that choice, that stark choice between socialism and freedom, between tyranny and justice. We have a choice this year between people who will literally bow before the mob and those whose spine does not bend and will only kneel for God. That's your choice. You've got a choice between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. You've got a choice between whoever Lauren's gonna beat and Lauren. You got a choice between someone who's so silly to run against Dan Kapanke, I'm not even gonna know their name, and Dan Kapanke. Right? You got a choice between Ron Kind and Derrick Van Orden.
Yeah!
And I know what you're gonna pick. I know what you're gonna pick. And I know it because I am you. I am a father and a husband, a grandfather, a small business owner, a veteran, a patriot. I am an American, and I am unabashedly proud of that fact. Yeah! So listen, you got one shot. You got one shot for our country. One. You make it a good one, you hear me? Yeah? All right, who's with me? Ron Kind wrote a letter condemning Donald Trump's missile strike against General Soleimani, the guy responsible for the death of one of his constituents. You think about that. That is unforgivable. He is so proud to say, I saved $2 million by doing legislation where you have to turn in your office budget that you didn't spend, right? That's real money. $2 million, who would not take $2 million? I would. That's real money. So don't think that I'm saying $2 million is not a lot of money. But he also insisted that the HEROES Act get passed. The HEROES Act has a provision to provide $1,200 of Wisconsin taxpayers' dollars to every illegal immigrant in stimulus money. That's hundreds of millions of dollars. This is what Ron Kind wants to do. He wants people to cast their ballots before they see me destroy him in a debate. And I'm going to wreck him. I'm going to wreck him. You know why? Because I'm going to tell him the same things that I just told you. All publicly available information about how he has lied to everybody. I'm not pulling any punches. He doesn't deserve it at all. It won't. Hey, listen, here's the other one that he will not agree to. Check this out. We've proposed a debate at Logger Stadium, charge $10 a head. You go in there and you watch this. We take every nickel of that and we donate it to the police department. He will not agree to that. Why don't you guys write on his Facebook page and ask him why he will not do a fundraising debate for the police department in his hometown? Maybe it's because the La Crosse County Sheriff is endorsing us? Is that why? Is that once again he's putting politics above his own people? Write on his Facebook that. Call his office. Send him a letter. Ron, why are you doing this? Why are you pushing the debates so far off that when you get destroyed, there's not enough time for us to get the word out? Ask him that. Ask Ron Kind these questions directly on his Facebook page, on his website, call his office, send notes to his office. You know why? Because the job I am running for is called representative. Ron Kind thinks the title is Your Lordship. And it ain't. All right, so thank you very much.
A patriot, not a politician. Derrick Van Orden is a retired Navy SEAL. 5 combat tours over 25 years of service. When he swears an oath, he honors it. When duty calls, Van Orden answers. But after almost 25 years in Washington, Congressman Ron Kind's gone AWOL. Missed 138 votes in the last 2.5 years alone. He's become just another liberal career politician, failing to do his duty. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.